Merry Christmas, everybody. This is a special Christmas surprise Rock the Word 153. And, the song that we're going to feature today, I was asked if I was going to use this for Rock the Word 153, and I said no. Until another version of this song came out, and it just came out a few days ago. And then I knew that I had to use it for Rock the Word 153. So the song that I'm referring to is the Christmas song Merry Christmas by Elton John and Ed Sheeran. And the original version, which came out on December 3rd, is not the version that we're going to use for Rock the Word 153 today. It's the latest version, which actually, this song Merry Christmas by Ed Sheeran and Elton John was adapted by a British couple who go by the name LadBaby. And it's actually Roxanne and Mark Hoyle. They go by the stage name LadBaby, and they adopted this song Merry Christmas with Elton John and Ed Sheeran's help. They recreated it, reformatted it, and put it out as Sausage Rolls for Everyone. Sausage Rolls for Everyone. Now, this might sound totally ludicrous, but if you know anything about LadBaby, and maybe you don't, because on this side of the Atlantic Ocean in the United States, we might not be that familiar with them. However, in the United Kingdom, they're very well known, because for the last 3 Christmases, this would be the 4th, they've released a charity Christmas single that has gone to #1. This year, they did it again with Ed and Elton's song Merry Christmas, and they jollied it up a bit, and the net result was the Sausage Rolls for Everyone. What LadBaby, Roxanne and Mark Hoyle do is that they work for the Trussell Trust in the United Kingdom. And what the Trussell Trust aims to do is it aims to end the need for food banks all across the United Kingdom. So all the proceeds from this song, from the purchase of this song and its accompanying video, go to alleviate hunger in the United Kingdom. A great cause. So this rather jovial, comical, just feel-good song now becomes Sausage Rolls for Everyone. But it's the core of it is this song Merry Christmas by Elton John and Ed Sheeran. And I wanted to use it on Rock the Word 153 because I believe it's for a great cause, to alleviate hunger in the United Kingdom. And I wanted to give it a shout out, quite honestly. But the other reason is because I think it highlights another very, very crucial point and purpose and practice for the Christmas season. I'll say a few things about that. Rock the Word on Christmas Eve that we put out just a few days ago, we highlighted the contemplative part of Christmas, the miraculous part of Christmas, which goes without saying is the most important part of the Christmas season. But this captures the joy, and it captures the spirit of giving. It captures the best of who we are, and the best of who we are that comes out at Christmas, the goodwill, the joy, the spirit of togetherness, the desire to be with family and friends, and just that inner graciousness, that inner gratitude that wants to express itself in giving, right? So the whole idea behind this song is that sausage rolls for everyone. Nobody in England, nobody in the United Kingdom needs to go hungry. What a great concept, and how it captures the spirit of giving that really, I think, is the spirit of Christmas. And so I have to tell you, as I sit here, Roxanne and Mark Hoyle have just broken a world record. They have the 4th consecutive #1 Christmas single. They beat the Beatles, believe it or not, and the Spice Girls, who were both tied for 3 apiece with LadBaby, Roxanne and Mark. But Roxanne and Mark just beat them because this just became #1 in England. And it's, the lyrics are kind of goofy, but they go something like this. Here we go, we are back, trying to make history for charity, and may I introduce you to Ed Sheeran and Sir Elton John. No pressure. Let's have a party. It's Christmas Day. Your mom's cooking turkey, and the presents are open, and the bags and the bins are put away just until Boxing Day, which of course I think is the day after Christmas, December 26th. Let's dance Merry Christmas. Get to the kitchen for sausage rolls. Kids, drop your toys and dance along to rock and roll. Everyone's here. And now the dog's got the trifle bowl. This is pure family goals. Let's sing. It's Merry Christmas. And so I thought, what scripture comes to mind? Well, so this Rock the Word is going to be different in a lot of ways. We've never featured a song quite like this on Rock the Word. But there is a scripture that comes to mind, but I'm also going to follow it by 2 stories that I think bring the scripture and the Christmas spirit alive that we all know very well. But I'd like to start with scripture. Luke chapter 19, 1-10, about Zacchaeus, the chief tax collector, right? In my mind, a biblical Ebenezer Scrooge. He was a wealthy man, but he was seeking to see Jesus, but he could not see him because of the crowd, for Zacchaeus was short in stature. So he ran ahead and climbed the sycamore tree in order to see Jesus, who was about to pass that way. When he reached the place, Jesus looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down quickly, for today I must stay at your house. And he came down quickly and received him with joy. When they all saw this, they began to grumble, saying, he has gone to stay at the house of a sinner. But Zacchaeus stood there and said to the Lord, behold, half of my possessions, Lord, I shall give to the poor. And if I have extorted anything from anyone, I shall repay it 4 times over. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a descendant of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save what was lost. So Zacchaeus has a conversion. He goes from being a greedy tax collector who extorted people to being generous and forgiving and repaying people back that he may have extorted 4 times over, because he sees Jesus, because Jesus came to save what was lost. Imagine what Jesus wants to do with me and you this Christmas season. Yes, he wants to lift our hearts. He wants to replace any darkness with light. He wants to replace any sadness with joy, and to manifest that joy in a spirit of giving. So I couldn't help but go from the biblical Ebenezer Scrooge to the Ebenezer Scrooge of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and an excerpt from that classic. But he was early at the office next morning. Oh, he was early there. And of course, this is after the night that Ebenezer Scrooge meets the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late, that was the thing he had set his heart upon. And he did it. Yes, he did it. The clock struck 9. No Bob. 1:15. No Bob. He was full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Scrooge sat with his door wide open that he might see him come into the tank. His hat was off before he opened the door, his comforter too. He was on his stool in a jiffy, driving away with his pen as if he were trying to overtake 9 o'clock. Hello, growled Scrooge in his accustomed voice, as near as he could feign it. What do you mean by coming here at this time of day? I am very sorry, sir, said Bob. I am behind my time. You are? Repeated Scrooge. Yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please. If it's only once a year, sir, pleaded Bob, appearing from the tank. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir." "Now, I'll tell you what, my friend," said Scrooge. "I'm not going to stand this sort of thing any longer." And therefore he continued, leaping from his stool and giving Bob such a dig in the waistcoat that he staggered back into the tank again. "And therefore I am about to raise your salary." Bob trembled and got a little nearer to the ruler. He had a momentary idea of knocking Scrooge down with it, holding him and calling to the people in the court for help and a straight waistcoat. "A Merry Christmas, Bob," said Scrooge, with an earnestness that could not be mistaken, as he clapped him on the back. "A merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. I'll raise your salary and endeavor to assist your struggling family, and we will discuss your affairs this afternoon over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop, Bob. Make up the fires, and buy another coal. Scuttle before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit." Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more, and to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good as a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. Ebenezer Scrooge, a popular Zacchaeus. Well, I couldn't do a Christmas story about conversions and the gift of giving without going to another very famous Christmas story, this one by Dr. Seuss, about how the Grinch stole Christmas. And we know that for the Grinch, it was another kind of Christmas in Whoville, because the Grinch, despite his greatest efforts, he didn't stop Christmas. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came somehow or other. It came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. Zacchaeus gives back threefold. The Grinch's heart grows 3 times the size. And then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches plus 2. And now that his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. With a smile to his soul, he descended Mount Crumpet, cheerily blowing hoo-hoo on his trumpet. He rode into Whoville. He brought back their toys. He brought back their floof to the Who girls and boys. He brought back their snoof and their tringlers and fuzzles, brought back their pantookas, their dafflers and wuzzles. He brought everything back, all the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beef. Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer, cheer to all Who's far and near. Christmas Day is in our grasp, so long as we have hands to grasp. Christmas Day will always be, just as long as we have we. Welcome Christmas while we stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. My prayer for you this Christmas season is that these beautiful stories touch all of our hearts, make our hearts lighter and brighter, make our desire to give so that we could be examples of the newborn Christ come into our lives in a whole new way, that we could spread the joy and the cheer and all that is the miracle of Christmas to one another, but maybe in a special way to all those boys and girls, men and women, who don't have anybody to wish them a Merry Christmas, who are lacking gifts under the tree, who perhaps are brokenhearted. May the spirit of Christmas live through me and you. May we be the joy that is the bright light, that is the conversion for the hearts of many, so that every man and woman, every boy and girl in Whoville, in Paoli, in Philadelphia, in Honolulu, in Beijing, in Jerusalem, in Portugal, in Africa, in Moscow, in Perth, might celebrate the beauty and the joy of Christmas. So I say to you, one and all, Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a sausage roll. Merry Christmas.
Build a fire and gather round the tree.
Come and sing and dance to sausage rolls with me. Here we go! We are back, trying to make history for charity. And may I introduce to you Ed Sheerhan and Sir Elton John. No pressure. Let's have a party, it's Christmas Day. Your mum's cooking turkey but been moaning since yesterday.
The presents are open and the bin bags are put away,
just until Boxing Day.
Let's dance Merry Christmas.
Get to the kitchen for sausage rolls. You drop your toys and dance along to rock and roll.
Everyone's here and now the dog's got the trifle bowl.
This is pure
Family goals.
Let's sing Merry Christmas. The sausage rolls are on.
Yes, ma'am.
And our family are back, join as one.
We're having so much fun.
While we're here, can we all spare a thought for the kids who have
none?
Sausage rolls for everyone.
sausage rolls! Come on.
Wishing that Christmas was here to stay. The last one was lovely, so I'm glad that it's come again.
It won't be the same this year since loved ones have passed away. We miss them every day.
Let's pray Merry Christmas.
Coming together for something good. We're singing in PJs, but we're helping the neighborhood.
We came out with sausage rolls just like you knew we would. And doesn't my mate look good?
Oh yeah.